I tell people I took my biggest mistake and made it my best asset. You know, I took the thing that's supposed to break me down and not let me back up, and instead that's the thing I stand on top of now. So instead of it being on my shoulders weighing me down, instead it's now lifted me up. So now I'm above the crowd. And I wish everybody didn't have to go through what I went through, but could learn what I learned. You know what I mean? Um, just how I had that break and that ability to have that self introspection. Um, I wish everybody could do that, man. I wish everybody could take 2 months and just be like, I'm gonna go in this hole and I'm gonna deal with myself, because you come out completely different. You know,
It's almost like you did your 40 nights and
right?
you
Yeah,
know,
yeah, yeah,
and you fasted and you went
yeah.
out, and I think you said a good word earlier where you remove the dopamine effect of the day to day, and when you're in a place where you have nothing but literally with the clothes you got on your back and whatever you carry in your locker, I think you really appreciate, you know, yourself a
Yeah.
lot more, and you go into your head, you know, you got no, and a lot of people actually go crazy. I've seen people
Mhm.
in the shoe behind the wall that do not come back the same person they went
Yep.
in, and it's not always for the best. So you get out of this. Let's go back to that.
Mhm.
You do your 60 days. You get out. You join the commissary. You're one of the people that run the commissary, and now you're kind of putting yourself in a place that I'm assuming that you're kind of dibbling in both worlds, where you're dealing with the inmates, but because you're running the commissary, you're hand in hand with the officers.
Mhm.
So
Yeah, and it was the staff canteen too. So it was like I'm only dealing with officers coming to the window. Um, it was honestly it was a blessing to be put in that position, because that again gave me the ability to learn so much more about the process and the system and how people act. Because when you have a classification officer that comes to your dorm and they're mad that they got to come to the dorm, or you got to go see them for some reason, they just want to get their job done. But when they come to the window and they're like, "Oh, I want to buy some Skittles," you know, it's like it's a completely different attitude. And
so
one,
so staff. Sorry to cut you.
yeah,
Staff has a
okay,
commissary
yeah,
window,
yep,
just like inmates have a
yep,
commissary window.
with about 4 times as much stuff in it. But yeah,
Gotcha.
same vendor and everything, but it's just their little lunch window. Um, but I remember I had an officer that was considered one of the worst officers on the compound. Just always mean, always angry, never nice. Even if you were a good person, like he's just not a nice person. And he just gets so mad because I would just be extra nice to him.